But yeah, speaking of like male VTubers, from the man himself, Randon, the truth about male VTubers. Let's just dive into it. And hopefully we'll get through this quick because it's like 5 minutes.
Male VTubers. Disgusting! A while back, 3 years or so, I made a video talking about whether I thought that the male VTuber debuff existed. Now,
it does
a lot. And to me, that meant that there was probably no male VTuber debuff. That was 2021 me. He's dead now. What do I think? I think that there is a debuff.
He's dead now.
It's mostly a passive one, not some kind of evil conspiracy out to screw us over. Imagine that you have the ability to view perfect information about the current VTuber audience. Completely accurate stats about every single person in the world right now that watches VTuber content at least once a week. I'd be willing to bet $100 that the total audience tend to skew heavily towards male, maybe about 70% even. That audience was introduced to VTubing through various femme VTubers. Keys and I, etc., etc. This is the first thing that I've learned over the last 3 years. Content consumers are very, very picky. A person hops on YouTube to watch your videos or your streams on topic A. It is almost impossible to get them to watch your video that you made about topic B. They only want A from you. Even if they like topic B, they've already got a guy for topic B. You're their topic A YouTuber, and you're gonna stay that way. The current VTuber streamers, but they prefer facecam streamers and not VTubers for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. People shouldn't be judged about having preferences. Let people
We said that before.
Like something that you're obsessed about. Preferably one that doesn't already have a VTuber associated with it. And make funny, entertaining videos and streams about that topic. It could be a very replayable video game with a small but dedicated audience. Some kind of hobby like woodworking, or a subgenre of hentai that people are super girls or orcs. I don't know. The number one mistake that I see new VTubers make is copying.
Some actually pretty good advice from Randon. Does the male VTuber debuff exist? Yes. Make no mistake about it, it exists. But Randon does offer some insight on like how you can work around that. Number one, don't try to target VTuber fans because they already have a favorite VTuber. They're not going to switch to you, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. He speaks the truth. I mean, this also kind of gives like some insight on what I can do personally because hey, guess what? I fall into that category of male VTuber. Believe it or not, I am a dude. Dun dun dun! Is variety streaming a trap? I'd say it's like a minor trap. Randon is like mostly right in that regard. Maybe I do have to like focus on something specific. Maybe I'll have to talk to like my editor about that. I mean, I kind of carved a niche for myself. Like, whether I like it or not, whether I planned it or not, I kind of became the Yakuza streamer, the RGG streamer. Like, when I look at, like, my Twitch, like, year in review for 2024, like, my top categories were Judgment, Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Lost Judgment, and, like, I was top 10% for all of those categories. It's like, I guess I'm the Yakuza streamer now. I guess if RGG Studios keeps making those games, I'm always going to have a niche. Yeah, I go back. Yeah, I posted it in general in my Discord server. Top categories, Just Chatting, top 10%. Lost Judgment, top 10%. Yakuza Like a Dragon, top 10%. Judgment, top 10%. Final Fantasy 14, not top 10%. Like 4 out of the 5 categories that were my top categories, I was top 10%. Like the middle 3, I totally see. How the hell did I become top 10% in Just Chatting? I will never know. But hey, I guess I am the Yakuza streamer. We will be making lots of Yakuza content, don't worry. We have lots of games to go through. We still have to finish The Man Who Erased His Name. Then we go to Infinite Wealth. Then Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii. And also Ishin Kiwami, because I was gifted that game. And then we also have to look forward to Project Century. And maybe if I can somehow find a copy of Dead Souls, I'll play Dead Souls. And maybe translated copies of Black Panther 1 and 2. And if there's a translated version of Kenzan, maybe I'll play that too. The point I'm trying to make here is like, I am not in any shortage of RGG content. We're going to be playing these games for a long time. And he also brings up a good point. It's like, I wonder everyone who like shows up for the Yakuza streams, do they show up for anything else? And I was like, I think like in year 2 or 3, I kind of started looking at my content more critically about like, what's something unique I can bring to the table that most other VTubers don't. And I kind of concluded that like, in like character-driven single-player games, like I can offer insight on like the writing and characterization. Because like for some of the Yakuza games, I was able to correctly predict some of the twists that were going to happen. Mainly because like I'm a writer myself, so like I'm kind of familiar with these like writing tropes and tricks that RGG Studios employs. And I'm like trying to continue that with like my writing streams. It's just like I've kind of been busy working on other things behind the scenes, things that I can't really show, things that I'm trying to like keep under wraps, keep it a surprise so I don't spoil the surprise. Because like the temptation to show everyone my work in progress is unbelievably strong. But instead, I only show it to like a close circle that I can trust will not leak it. And I continue to work on that during my off days. The thing is, I don't really get a lot of off days. And I'm trying to get back into writing. But like, I genuinely do want to get back to writing because like, that was like one of the concrete things I had in mind when I like set out to be a VTuber. It's like, I wanted to be the VTuber with the most comprehensive and detailed lore. Like, that was my biggest goal going into this, and it's still something I want to do. It's just, I also want to like grow my audience, so like there's enough of an interest for people to like actually read the lore. So like maybe I have to like talk it over with my editor, like what kind of like original content shorts can I make that focuses on like my hyperfixations. So in short, thank you for the advice, Randon. I will do my best to keep it to heart.
雷バット